Dear Mr. Anderson, dear colleagues, it's an honor for me to speak in front of you here, representing my country, Ukraine. A country that knows that energy security is not just a buzzword, but a real-life problem. And now I will show you a short video, if it is technically possible. So it's in Ukrainian, but I will explain you. So in December, Kyiv several days was without electricity, and this is Ukrainian teacher. She found a place near the supermarket and found the internet to hold online lesson for Ukrainian children at her school. So the supermarket had electricity from generator and had internet from Starlink, and she found this place and held the lesson. So we have lived through a terrified winter because over the period of full-scale invasion, 1,200 missiles and drones were launched by the Russians against the Ukrainian energy system. As a consequence of the Russian shelling, about 50% of the energy infrastructure in Ukraine was seriously damaged. A part of it was completely destroyed. But it's not just numbers. We must remember that because of these attacks, Ukrainian children could not study, surgeries in the hospitals were interrupted, normal life as we know it was completely upended. That is why energy security for us now is about our right to live our normal lives, as much as it is possible overall. So now our parliament and the government are focusing on the following issues. Restoration of the Ukrainian energy system, energy efficiency, in particular responsible energy consumption, development of green energy, decentralization, development of distributed generation, development of competitive energy markets and their integration with European ones, development of export and import with EU countries. What is important to add, we care about security of supply. We do want to receive as much energy as possible from the local sources. Yet we understand that energy security for Ukraine and Europe does not mean cutting off all ties with any other countries. Energy systems of Ukraine and Europe are connected both technically and politically. We could see this connection as our European friends have been helping us through this winter. And now, as we speak, Ukraine has reopened export of electricity to Europe, selling a cheaper energy, selling a green energy from renewables to our partners. Ukraine wants to be a part of integrated European energy market. Our future is not energy nationalism, but cooperation with other reliable countries. Only through cooperation we can achieve the great goals that we all share, both independence from energy sources of the rogue regimes, including Russia, but also to achieve greater goals of climate neutrality. In order for this to happen, further and deeper sanctions against Russia in the energy sector are needed. There are still no sanctions against Russian nuclear company Rosatom, a company which committed an act of nuclear terrorism by capturing Ukrainian Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. And it still continues to develop new projects in the world, including, unfortunately, Russia. There are still no proper sanctions against Russia gas, including LNG and LPG. Ukraine is facing an enormous challenge of doing two immense tasks at the same time. We are restoring our energy system, while at the same time making it more transparent and better fitted for the goal of climate neutrality, which we all share. It's not easy, and we would not be able to succeed without help from our friends. So thanks European Union, thanks all European countries, thanks European Commission for your support and for your friendship. Thank you for your attention.